All right, Kenzie, let's take a look at your paper. MLA format first. This looks good. All this looks good. This is a little plain. We want to maybe punch up the language, be a little more creative with it. Something which is actually kind of your theme for your introduction here. So when you look at the introduction, I mean, I'll even compare it to your first body paragraph and see the length of the first body paragraph. So when I go up and look at the introduction, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences only. And I've really talked this year to you guys about having at least 7 sentences in your paragraphs. And everything you say in here absolutely follows the pattern of an introduction, but it's lacking any kind of unique voice, any kind of unique diction, anything that's going to set you apart. And the only reason I say that is I know you're going on to college and going on to Northwood, and I don't want a professor in Northwood to read this and go, oh, just like every other essay. Like, there's no uniqueness to it all. And I want you to have a unique voice as you write to separate yourself from your classmates, that a professor will notice you and know you because of your writing performance. So just something to keep in mind. I would have a much more engaging, I mean, you essentially start off with the idea of singing in front of people. So have a much more engaging attention grabber, maybe a quote from, one of the voice judges or something like that, in order to kind of lead into this. I'd love for you with your, I think this is really supposed to be your topic. I'd love for you to maybe mention the idea that this is going to take you to make you something about being rich and famous, but maybe not so much so that, not in that wording necessarily, but maybe mention that a little bit more. Your thesis is fine, although take out that comma, and it'll be all right. But again, try to develop that unique narrative voice to separate yourself from everyone else. All right, so by becoming a skillful singer, you got to go back to you as the subject. You will build the necessary foundation to accomplish the upcoming steps. Be more specific with your topic sentence here, so that I know. I know it's about building foundation, but be more specific there. I would say for the most part, my criticism of your last paragraph still makes sense. I just think that you need much more intriguing wording, much more intriguing voice, because there's nothing in here that isn't like general information. You do have an outside source, which is fine, and you do have some examples, but again, they're nothing intriguing. Maybe learn, a specific song and do the title. Maybe sing at Jimmy's Roadhouse bar down the street to give yourself a specific, title. Anyways, just try to think of different ways to add unique voice. I think you probably need to rearrange the order of this. So patience and hard work are required. Maybe start with this and then lead into in front of crowds as much as possible, because you say people usually start here, but then you mention get in front of crowds as much as possible. So you should probably say this first before you get into the crowds. Couple punctuation things too. This may take time, comma, so patience and hard work are required. And there's another one later on, but I'll get to it. Oh, where's the though? So when you have though in the middle of a sentence, you did it right and later on in the paragraph, but you need a comma right there too. Okay. All right. The only thing that you do have that is a little bit of a voice is this, and the problem with this is it's also a cliche. So you tried to use voice, but it's also a cliche. You need a much stronger transition. So once you say work hard to become a good singer, which will allow you to, and then be specific what you're transitioning into. All right, so this paragraph is a little bit better about, more uniqueness to it. But again, with your topic sentence, I hate how you use follow the next step, accomplish the upcoming step. What is your next one? Further, that one's a little bit better with the transition statement, but try to come up with a little bit better topic sentence. It's a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more thematically appropriate for this paragraph. I see you took my advice. You talked about YouTube. How many YouTube videos? That is incredible. 4 billion videos every day. That's crazy. So you do a great job, Mackenzie, of bringing in your thesis statement and your theme in here about luck and perseverance. I like that you bring in the whole have a sad or interesting backstory. But again, this is where you like I said, you're not doing a bad job of giving examples. They're just not intriguing or unique or original. That's going to set you apart from everyone else, and I don't want that to happen. I want you to be kind of set apart from everyone else. And again, you bring up the thesis very well here in the end, which is nice. So there's the whole follow the next step, the upcoming step. We need to change that language quite a bit. After you become noticed, good fortune needs to come your way in order to do that. Now remember, this is, a guide. Good fortune will come your way when you get on the show The Voice, something like that. Be specific with your transitional statements. All right, so this is a good example of a topic sentence that works. I think it applies to your topic, applies to your theme, kind of sets us up for what's coming next, so that's good. A lot of information in here, so it's almost at some points works less like a process analysis and more like just informative. Here's what happens, then this will happen. I mean, you do bring up the theme and you do say you have to do this, but again, it's almost just straight up information. It's not anything that's really separating you from anyone else and not letting your voice come through. Speaking of the voice, right? All right, so here's a place you talk about having Miley Cyrus as your coach, which is good. What I would tell you to do, though, is when you give examples like she'll help you with your singing, your stage presence, and your appearance, this is where you need to be specific. What is she going to do to help you with your singing? What is she going to do to help you with the stage presence? What is she going to do to help you with your appearance? You can even bring up, oh, Miley did this, so she knows all about stage presence. She, wore a bear costume. I don't know, whatever. And use those specific examples to lend even more to your paragraph. You need to have more than just talent. You have to be, during the live performances, you have to be desirable, personable, and lucky. Okay, what does that mean? And does that relate to this? And if so, just tie these two things together. Space issue here, too many spaces. You'll earn the prize of $100,000. Just put the $ in front there with that recording contract. This step is the final piece to the puzzle of becoming famous. Pretty weak last statement. Maybe add a little bit more to that to make it better. All right, so you have a conclusion. Restate the thesis statement right there. Second, do that. Finally, when the television show The Voice, if you follow these steps, then you are bound to have riches and fame. Now, singing in the shower isn't the only place your voice can shine. So I like that last sentence, which is rare actually, with your peers. So good last sentence there. These are all correct. Everything that you have here in the works cited page is correct. So congrats on that. All right. So Mackenzie, you have a mission, and that is to try to add more originality, more uniqueness, more specific details to your paper to make it that much better. So hopefully we'll see a rewrite and see how you improved.